Unit 14.2 Designing Exercise Programs. Client 1. Client Consultation. The Lifestyle Questionnaire. The PAR-Q or Informed Consent. Client's Profile. My client is Megan Sims, who is 17 years old. She has a joint condition called benign joint hypermobility syndrome, and she also has asthma. She attends Basvic College for 15 hours of lessons a week, and she gets roughly 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. She plays netball and has matches Monday to Tuesday, and trains on Wednesday. She has a good diet, however she doesn't drink enough water. The barriers to exercise are her joint condition and her asthma. Exercise interests: she plays netball and she used to play regionally. Client's target. My client plays netball at a high level. They want to improve netball skills and the components of fitness which are relevant to a netball player. On top of this, my client would like to improve her flexibility overall, not just for netball. However, having a good level of flexibility is important for a netball player, as it will also allow them to have better control and be able to catch bad passes which are coming at a bad angle. For example, if her teammate passes it behind her when she is running forwards, this would be a medium-term goal, as we would like to see improved results within 3 to 4 weeks. Looking at her test results, her cardiovascular endurance is poor, as she was below average, and her muscular endurance was also below average. These are crucial components of fitness for a netball player, as it allows her to continue performing at a high level throughout the game. It also keeps her being able to continue throwing long passes and shooting from within the goal circle throughout the 15-minute quarters of the game. This would be a long-term goal, as this component will improve slowly over the 6-week session plan. We will measure the improvements by doing the same thing on week 1 as week 6. However, we will increase the fit principles, making it harder, and see if she is able to train under these conditions. Week 1, Client 1. Monday. She will wake up 15 minutes earlier than normal to include some static stretching for 5 to 10 minutes. Each day, aim to drink 2 liters of water. It's best to get into a habit of regularly taking water, so start by drinking a glass in the morning, at breakfast, and 1 at bedtime. 1 glass of water, about 250 milliliters at breakfast and in the evening, makes half a liter already. During the day, have a water bottle so you know how much water you have taken, and try to drink small amounts often throughout the day. 500 milliliters in the morning, 500 milliliters in the afternoon, and 500 milliliters in the evening. In addition to water consumption during the netball matches and training. 30 minutes before the evening match starts, foam roll or ask a partner to help you with PNF stretching. First, lie on the floor with one leg in the air and get the partner to push back into it until it's uncomfortable. The netball match is from 8 till 9:30, and afterwards include 12 minutes of stretching your hamstrings and calves, each held for about 30 to 45 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds. Basic calf stretch. Stand in front of a wall with your heels down, Push your toes against the wall, keeping your knee locked. The closer you are to the wall, the deeper the stretch will be. Standing hamstring stretch. Standing with one foot on a higher surface, e.g. a chair, table, or worktop. Lean forward and stretch through your hamstrings. Keep your knee straight and try to reach your toes, or put your hands as far as you can, resting on your ankle or shin. Lying hamstring stretch. Lying on your back, extend one leg out and wrap the band jump rope or towel around one foot of your other leg. The foot of your other leg. Press the leg straight while holding onto the ends of the towel. Relax into the stretch and put the leg closer towards your face as you try and keep your lower back in contact with the floor. Tuesday. Wake up 15 minutes before you usually wake up and do static stretching for 10 to 15 minutes. Hydration as per the daily routine. 1 glass of water, about 550 milliliters breakfast, night, and half a litre in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Match from 6 till 9 in the evening. Wednesday. Static stretching as before and 2 litres of water consumption. Wake up 15 minutes before you normally wake up and do static stretching for 10 to 15 minutes. Training from 7:30 till 10 in the evening. Due to the training going on till 10, the 10 to 15 minute stretching is not a priority. 12 minutes of stretching, hamstring and calves, basic calf stretch, standing hamstring stretch, lying hamstring stretch. Hold each stretch for about 30 to 45 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds. Thursday. Static stretching as before and 2 litres of water consumption. We are working on improving aerobic capacity because the client test results were very low and it was a component of fitness that she set as one she wanted to improve. My client will be doing long distance running around a track for 15 minutes. To increase the intensity, I will set them a reasonable time to run the laps and gradually decrease the time as we go through the 6 weeks. I will be getting you to work at 60% of your maximal heart rate. This is important for a netball player because a netball player has to be able to continue running for 15 minutes throughout the game. It's also one of my client's weakest components of fitness. Friday. Static stretching as before and 2 litres of water consumption. My client would start by doing fartlek training to increase their aerobic capacity. This would be for 45 minutes and I will increase the time depending on if the client finds it easy, or I would set a time for my client and control when they sprint, jog and walk. On Friday we will be working on power. We will do this by starting with light weights and doing 10 reps of 5 sets of squats with a 50-second break in between for recovery. This will improve the quadriceps and hamstrings, allowing them to jump higher so that they can rebound and get down the court faster to open up and get free. On top of this, she will continue to do the 12 minutes of stretching, hamstring and calves, basic calf stretch, standing stretch, hamstring stretch, lying hamstring stretch. Hold each stretch for about 30 to 45 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds. Saturday. Static stretching and water consumption as usual. On Saturday we will be working on muscular endurance. To do this, we will be starting off by rowing for 15 minutes, staying at a 60 to 80% of your maximal heart rate. This will increase your muscular endurance, allowing you to perform for longer periods of time at a higher intensity in your netball game. Sunday, daily static stretches and water consumption, but this day is a recovery day. Still do the 10 minutes of static stretching in the morning and evening, and include foam rolling for 10 to 15 minutes as well. Week 2, Client 1. Keep doing the daily stretches and 2 litres of water per day. Continue throughout this week. The flexibility this week focuses on hips and quads. So there are 3 new stretches to improve flexibility in the hip flexors and quadriceps to add to the 1 week stretches. As before, each stretch should be held for 30 to 45 seconds and repeated 2 to 3 times. Monday. Adding on the 3 new stretches: standing quad and hip flexor stretch. Stand on one leg, bend the other leg, grab the ankle and try to get the heel to touch your butt. Keep the knees close to each other. If staying balanced is hard for you right now, stand close to a wall, table, tree, or anything that you can use for support. Lizard pose. Form a plank position. Take a long step forward with your right leg so that your arms are both on the left. If you feel comfortable in this pose, put the forearms down so that you end up in the elbow plank position, sinking the hips lower will deepen the stretch. Pigeon pose. From a downward dog pose, bring your right knee forward between your hands. Put the right leg down so that the outer side of it is resting on the ground. The left leg is extended behind you. You can keep the torso up or rest it over the knee. Tuesday, match from 6 till 9 p.m. Wednesday, week 1 stretches plus standing quad and hip flexor stretch, lizard pose and pigeon pose. Hold these for 30 to 45 seconds, repeated 2 times. Then training from 7:30 till 10 p.m. Thursday, early morning static stretching. This is aerobic capacity day, which she will do swimming for 10 minutes, then have a break for 6 minutes to increase the intensity. This is due to, in a netball game, being 15 minutes quarters, but 5 of those minutes would be resetting for the next play or when the ball goes out of bounds. I'd be getting you to perform at 60% of your heart rate.